Mortals of Earth. Some connections don't break, they drain. They linger like echoes, tied to shared history, old collaborations, a moment that once felt meaningful. In a former life, I was the lead vocalist for the original 1980s band Exude. I once wrote a lyric, "You got your insides all over my outside." And back then, I thought it was just clever. But now, I know it was prophetic. Because some people, especially those who have been hurt, confuse connection with need. They've been taught that love means sacrifice, that intimacy means urgency. They don't understand that your kindness is not a well that refills their emptiness. Sometimes your presence becomes a mirror they desperately need to feel whole again, even if it's been years, even if your lives have gone in separate directions. To them, you still represent a fleeting moment of peace, or power, or validation, and when that disappears, they come back looking for it. Not maliciously, but hungrily, often at the worst possible time. It's uncanny, even spooky. It's like they're quantum entangled with your stress. You're at your limit, completely maxed out, and somehow, that's exactly when they text, or call, or knock. And suddenly, without asking, you're pulled into a codependent episode you never signed up for. You didn't invite it. You didn't choose it. But here it is, again, because codependency isn't just a relationship issue. It's a societal blind spot, a generational ghost we keep feeding. We don't talk about it enough, especially not in ways that help people evolve beyond it. We label it as love, or loyalty, or being a ride or die. But what it often is a pattern of emotional extraction, where one person's needs override another person's reality, over and over again. And here's what's so dangerous about it. It preys on the kind. It manipulates the generous. It weaponizes empathy. You try to be honest. You explain where you're at. You set a boundary, but that boundary is never really heard, because it was never about what you needed. It was always about whether you were still available to meet theirs. If you've ever had someone lash out because you didn't drop everything for them, if you've ever gotten that just checking in message that turns manipulative, if you've ever felt guilt-tripped, cornered, or punished for not being instantly responsive, that's not friendship. That's a contract you never agreed to. And yet, we keep showing up because we don't want to be cruel. We don't want to be the one who let them down, especially if they've been through pain or trauma or loss. But here's the truth that kind people need to hear. You are not responsible for repairing someone else's damage. You are not a stand-in for their healing, and your exhaustion is not selfish. It's a signal. If your gut is telling you, this doesn't feel fair, it probably isn't. And if you're constantly explaining your silence, your bandwidth, or your emotional fatigue, you've already explained it enough. You don't owe anyone your peace just because you once shared something. You don't have to keep watering a connection that only grows when it wants something from you. A true friend, someone who sees you clearly, will not guilt you for needing space. They will not pressure you in moments when you're already running on fumes. And if they do, that's not care, that's control. It's taken me decades to understand this, and I'm still learning. But if you're someone who has a good heart, if you've tried to support others, even when it cost you dearly, this is your invitation to stop carrying what isn't yours, because you matter too. Being generous doesn't mean being drained. Being spiritual doesn't mean being a sponge. And being empathetic does not mean being available 24/7. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can say is, "I can't do this for you." Because here's the twist. They may not be trying to hurt you. They may honestly believe that your support is what they need. But in reality, they're chasing a moment, a flash of connection that no longer fits where you are now. And no amount of overextending yourself will recreate it. It's okay to move forward. It's okay to grow out of an old role. It's okay to protect your energy like the sacred force it is. So if you've been feeling that pull, that ghost of obligation, if your intuition whispers, "This doesn't feel right anymore," listen to it. Not with anger, not with shame, but with clarity. That was a chapter. This is a new one. Honor the past, but don't let it write your present. You don't have to justify your boundaries. You don't have to explain your silence. You don't have to twist yourself into emotional debt because someone else can't self-regulate. You are allowed to outgrow roles. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to walk away, even if the connection was once beautiful. And for those listening who may recognize themselves on the other side of this, who've struggled with need, with loss, with patterns you're trying to break, this is your moment too. You are worthy of love that doesn't have to be chased. You are capable of healing that doesn't require anyone else to carry you. You are stronger than the craving that keeps you reaching backwards. We are all learning. But the truth is, humanity needs to learn how to break this cycle, to stop romanticizing burnout, to stop calling manipulation love, to stop rewarding emotional pressure with attention. Let's create a culture where boundaries aren't punishable, where silence isn't guilt-tripped, where presence is earned, not demanded, because energy is sacred, and real connection, it uplifts, it nourishes, it gives, without taking too much. So that's all for now. Stick to your boundaries, honor your peace, release what drains you, and as always, stay curious and have a good one.